Dude, I got a funny story about that year. It might have been the following year, but the first time, because I played pretty much exclusively online up until like 2015. But like one of the first times I ever played like a real live poker tournament, it must have been 2011, but whatever. It's in those years. I was like 21. It was at Parks in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I had like been put into this tournament. I can't remember why I was there, but I was like, my up until this point, my average tournament was like a $30 buy-in or $50 buy-in or something. I was just like this low stakes grinder. So I'm sitting in this tournament and I'm just like scared shitless. It's like a 3,500, like it's so much money. I think everybody else is going to be terrified too. And like the first orbit, I played the hand versus this local Parks guy where I open, he 3-bets out of position. We're like 300 big blinds deep pre-ante. He 3-bets, I have kings, I 4-bet, and he calls. And I'm like already kind of shitting myself.
Of course.
And the board's something like Jack 7-6, Queen 7-6, Queen 7-5, something like this. And he checks, and I'm like start thinking a little bit. And this guy was kind of a prick. He was like kind of like he's just being this local guy, like, oh, what you got, little kid, and like all that fucker. And he goes, before I act, he goes, anything you bet, I call. I was like, what? He goes, anything you bet, I call. And so the dealer's like, yes, this is binding. And then
Really?
Yeah, the dealer's like, this is binding. Because I asked him, I was like, what do we do here? Is this binding? And the dealer, they even get the floor guy was like, yeah, it's binding. He has to call whatever you bet. So I was like, all right, I'm all in for whatever fucking 6x pot and a 4-bet pot. And it's forced to call. It's like Queen 7-5, and he has fucking 3 deuce offs. This is the first time I'd ever played like a big poker tournament. And I was just like,
everyone's going to take this super seriously.
Yeah,
except for that guy?
It was so fucking funny, man. I was like, okay, this is how live poker works.